to Good Vibes Goddess Tarot. So today we're gonna do a Capricorn season reading. Um, have some questions written down here. So first we're gonna look at like how the cards that describe this Capricorn season for you. How would how will this season change you? What should you work towards this season? What can you do to feel grounded? How can you find your true purpose for the year ahead? Um, already have some cards picked out here. So let's get into it and let's see what comes out. We have gift. Alright. And kind of self-explanatory, seeing that it's the holiday season. You know, can't really say Christmas season. Not everybody celebrate Christmas. You know, respectful. There's Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Christmas. Um, I forgot. I think Eid. Is it another Eid? Either way, there's a whole bunch of like celebratory things. You might be getting gifts. Well, I don't think you get gifts for Eid, but you can if you want to. That's not the point. You know, so you could be receiving gifts, giving gifts, just in a gift giving or receiving mood. Oh, a couple of things about Capricorns. I forgot. I haven't done like the Capricorn card reading yet, but so if you watch this, pretty much gonna reiterate it there. But Capricorns is from December 21st or 22nd, depending on what you want to classify it as, and then it goes all the way to January 19th. It's represented by a goat. Um, it's passive. It's a very passive sign, but it's a cardinal passive sign. And the positive sides of Capricorns, or like of this like energy or whatever, is real driven and disciplined, patient, receptible, responsible, structure, and they give a lot of structure, and persistent and determined. And downsides are they're very pessimistic, greedy, critical, fearful, ruthless, rigid, miserable, and detached. And the motto for Capricorn is I use, and the major arcana cards is represented by the devil. And is there anything else about Capricorns? I don't know its ruling planet. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it has one. Um, let me find out real fast. Let me look at my notes. I don't think it has a ruling planet. Oh, JK. It shares the ruling planet of Saturn with Aquarius. So, and Saturn is all about time and responsibility, being disciplined and learning the lessons that you need to learn, being hardworking and very authoritative. And it's a very social planet. And Saturn's motto is I control. So it's like you use the things that, is around you, that's your gifts that you have and that you use. Well, the gifts that you have, you use them to your best ability to control your outcome, like your feelings and stuff like that. You don't let your feelings control you. You pretty much handle your feelings, like emotional, being able to regulate your feelings and understanding that there's are things that's gonna be like piss you off and make you angry, but sometimes it's not always okay to lash out and say very harsh and mean things to people. Next we have surrender to the divine. Okay. Surrender to the divine. And we also have the answer you need. The answers you need are coming. So it could, somebody give you a gift and then you realize, you receive those answers, or you simply like let it go, release it, and just surrender it, give it over to spirit, to divine, and let them handle it, and just sit back and relax, focus on something else, and you know, then the answers slowly start coming to you when you no longer thinking about it or focusing on it. Oh, like how, um, like if you are doing like let's say you're doing homework for like a very long period of time, and over time, like your brain is like it's seen it's been doing it for so long, and it knows how it's supposed to get the answer, but you're not getting the right answer. Like when you walk away and like do something else, then you start to realize, or like the answer comes to you. So sometimes you just have to like walk away from whatever like the situation and like cool down, let your brains like get a break, and that's when things start coming, or the answer starts coming to you, and or the steps start coming to you, and you know you once you go back to it, you try to apply those steps that you remembered, or you can see where you went wrong and you could fix it. Next we have Mars, which I believe is still in retrograde. And it's all about like action and power and fire, and like very passionate, and like being, it's like a warrior pretty much. Like it's you're using like everything in your disposal, like with the math problem or your homework, you're using all your knowledge that you can to fight this problem and get like to find the right answer and right solution. But sometimes you might actually need to walk away, cool down a little bit, so you can find that answers. Like you might like have to lose a battle or two, but you still end up winning the war at the end of the day, and that's fine. You know, no one really cares how many battles you won. They just care who win the war. Like that's pretty much what's like written down in history. I mean, somebody do write down like who won which battle and stuff like that, but all that matters is like at the end of the day, like who won overall, like the whole war. And then sometimes it might not even be the person that won that many battles. Next we have in Libra cooperation to perfect decision about resulting from the fairness shown by. Right? So you might be thinking or wanting to take action on something or work with something, or because I can't say cooperate, right? So I'm gonna say, work together with some people that have the same vision as you, and you know, it just flows. It's not so hard and easy. What it's not hard, to finish a project because everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. Like, um, I don't know what the you ever watch Frozen? I don't know which is why that popped in my head, but when Anna and the prince, I forgot what the prince of what, but she was like, we finish each other's, and then he was like sandwiches, and she's like, that's what I was gonna say, like it's yeah. I mean, they're supposed to say you finish each other's sentences, but yeah, I mean, that's kind of like a bad person to use because when you like watch the whole thing, but you trying to find those people that actually like want to work with you and mean it, that actually love you and mean it, not just want to be with you or be around you just because of the gifts or the qualities that you have. They love you for you. And then we have in the ninth house, as if it or they came from all there is, the philosophy and laws include do it in a big way. Like what I was just pretty much saying, like you trying to find those people that you can work with and build something with, and it's not hard. It's easy and it flows. You don't have to fight to, you know, you know what you know what each other's thinking, or can help each other realize when pick up on like somebody need help. They don't need to ask you to help them. You simply like look and realize that they need help, they're tired, let me help them and stuff like that. And realizing that if you always pouring into others and no one's pouring back into you, you're gonna feel drained and tired. It's like like when it rains, right? And when it rains, like sometimes the farmers don't really have to water the crops because it's raining and stuff like that. And then if they do it, it tends to overwater it, and then it just either damages the crop if it's overwatered and stuff like that. It introduced like a whole bunch of other things that is not necessary. Whereas if you, my bad, I hit the light thing, and like whereas if you plan ahead and like take a break, take like and realize and go like watch the news and relax and be like, oh, it's gonna rain tomorrow. I don't really have to go water the plants or water the crops because it's gonna rain tomorrow. It's gonna get watered at that point in time. Or you could simply, if it's gonna rain all day, you don't have to really water it. Or you can just water it at night, but don't water it as much so it doesn't affect the crop like to the point that it's overwatered or just like underwater and stuff like that. It's watered just right. And you're trying to find those people that is just right for you. They're not smothering you. They're not like trying to, suppress your creativities or anything like that. And you're not trying to be around those people that say that they love you but then don't really don't show it, don't act on it. It's just words and no actions. Oh shit, we have in Aries. Your willpower, what you think you know about, do it your own way. Like I was saying, you're trying to find those people that fit and match with you with no problem. And I'm gonna put this with the Mars card, seeing that it rules Mars. Well, Mars is the ruler of Aries, but you're trying to find those people that have the same morals or the same like intentions as you, that have like you don't mind people having like different ideas and different views, but it's like a way of going about it. Like they're not being disrespectful or going out their way of trying to, convert you and to make you fit. Not convert. Make you like brainwash you to follow what they want to do, and then you forget like the person that you once were. And those, like I was saying before, those people that saying, that they love you, and then, you know, not picking up on the fact that you're tired and you're drained and helping out. They're not, you realize that you want equal give and take. You want actual meaningful relationship where people help you, and you compliment each other, where you fall short, this other person actually like helps and pick up, and you know yeah, compliment each other. And we have the sun, which illuminates everything, right? And don't really know where to put this card. Oh, I'm gonna put it over here. But the sun is, it's illuminate everything. It shines everything, and it's all about like your happiness and your passions, and it's ruled by Leo, which is all about like being action oriented and moving forward on, with willpower, and building things with people and having those meaningful connections, and not caring what other people think or feel about you. You're doing what makes you happy, and knowing that there's other people that understands or like likes the same thing that you do. Like if somebody, for example, if somebody's trying to make fun of you for like watching anime and stuff like that, right? So the hell what? There's a reason why they make it, for you to watch it. Duh. And then just like you're not the only person that watch it. Clearly there's a whole bunch of them. You're not the only one watching all of them. No, there's different kinds for different people. Like it doesn't matter. Like there's an anime community. Even in the anime community, there's some back and forths and some problems. Like some people watch subs and some people watch dubs, and then some people have problems with the fact that people just watch it in dub, and it's just like that. All that matters is that you cried when this character died, and I cried when this character died. We cried together. It doesn't matter which language I watched it in. It touched us in such a fashion, it made us cry. Okay? Like, you're finding those people that you can connect with, and it doesn't matter if you, like, one person watches subs and another person watches dub. Like, it doesn't, you don't care. You just know that it was a good anime, and might make some friends off of, I don't know. But funny thing about the Sun card, even though it's ruled by Leo, is very powerful in Aries. I guess that's why I was trying to put it here. Maybe I guess I should. um. So you have to shine a light and take action. And be like, you know, be like that child again. Like children, they literally would like jump off things with like not even thinking like, oh, I might die, and it's just like, oh, they have no fear in their eyes, and then they just be yeeting off of things. It's just like, oh, okay, let's not do that again, And then sometimes they hurt themselves and they realize, like, let's not do that again, But it's just like they learn on their own pace. They understand and know that I can't just be throwing myself or just jumping off of anything, because at some point in time I will hurt myself. I will, like, let me pay attention to my surroundings. Um, shine that light on my surroundings. Make sure I'm in a good place. So like if I jump off of something, I will land in a good area. I won't hit my head on anything. I won't, you know, hit stuff, break anything. Next we have Virgo. Like pretty much like I was just saying, or just talking about, like they are very like intuitive, and not intuitive, but they analyze a lot of things, and like could be very intuitive because they go inside to seek those answers and find the answers that they need, and very grounded, and take, well, because it's a earth sign, but very grounded and take actions on like the thing, like like the hermit, right? Because that's the Virgo card. He goes with inside himself, like to find the answers, seek the answers, organize where he needs to organize, surrender where he needs to surrender, let go where he needs to let go. And then once he comes out of like his little hermit mode, being in isolation, being by himself, giving himself some sign of the process, shine a light what need to be shined on, remove what need to be removed, add and incorporate what needs to be incorporated. And if you don't have it, he goes and get it. And it's all about like being innocent and organized and like being logical about just like your life, your situation, and what you want to do with it and how to move forward on it. And planning, like I was saying before with Capricorn, it's all about like structures and using the things that they have, and if they don't have it, going to get it. Oh shit, we have Libra again. So, and Libras is supposed to be the balance, you know, and being because that was bothering me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that was bothering me. I guess I could just bring that down. There we go. Okay, so Libras. It's supposed to be like the balance, and it's supposed to be like the Justice card, and in the tarot deck. And justice, and of course, this is supposed to be fair and diplomatic. There we go. And not biased in a way. So you're not just trying to keep people around just because um of the like best way I could say it, like you see how like it's two people here and it's the one, like you're not, if somebody wronged you, and let's say like they both did the same thing, they both hurt her, right? And let's say one is a friend and one is like somebody you just met, but you cursing out the person that you just met, but this friend did the same thing, but you're not saying anything to this friend. It's not balanced, it's not equal. Where you would like curse out and treat a stranger like in one way, you're not treating the other person away. Like no, even though that's your friend, they still wronged you, they still hurt you, they still, you know ha- things have to be addressed the same way. Like you might not have to curse that person out, but things have to be addressed. Like what is the reason? Why did you do it? Need answers. And that could be, once you realize, or if like they don't want to tell you the truth or tell you why they did it, that lets you know, that shines a light on the fact that they don't have your best intentions at heart. You can't build with this person. Oh no, it's right here. You can't build with this person or like work together with them, because you will always be bringing in more or giving more than what they're bringing to the table, and that's not equal and that's not balanced. And you know it outweighs it. And like I was saying before, like if you keep pouring into other people, at some point you're gonna be dry and underwatered and stuff like that, and feel tired and fatigued and burnt out, because you pulling or trying to give energy to from a dry well. Like there's nothing to give to. Like you're pulling from nothing. Well, from nothing pretty much, because you already gave all that you can give, and then they took it with no problem. Okay, and the ninth house, just have to figure this out. It's Sagittarius, and we just came out of Sagittarius season. So, and Sagittarius is all about well, Sagittarius and the tarot card is a Temperance, and it's an angelic card, and it's about like moderate or moderating. Nope, testing out the waters. Okay, feeling things out. Balancing things out for like things to come together. Like like, I must like, for example, making dumplings. If you never made dumplings, it's just literally flour and water, right? For some people just flour and water, but you can't just be pouring. You get a certain amount of flour, right? You just can't pour a whole bunch of water in it because then it might be runny. Then you have to add more flour, and then if you add way too much flour, it's and not enough water, it doesn't come together right. It's not balanced. You have to get the right ratio to make it the way that it needs to be, so that once you knead it or boil it or whatever you're doing, fry it, it's the consistency that it's supposed to be, not weird. And then you need the right amount of flour, okay? Not the right amount of flour. You need the right type of flour. Don't like you need like if you're trying to boil it, you need all-purpose flour. Do not use self-rise, okay? Don't do it to yourself. Like speaking from experience, don't do it to yourself. But even sometimes, like, even if you know how to do make dumplings by heart, it might not always come out the right way. And also, the water matters. Okay, you can't just like if you use hot water, you can't. Might not need to use a lot of water, right? If you use cold water, it's better because that's what you're supposed to use. But it's speaking from experience again. I didn't want to be bothered with the cold water. That was my I didn't want my hands to be cold. But my bad, I hit the ring light again. But the ratio or the like it didn't care for what I wanted or what I need. It needed flour, it needed like all-purpose flour. It needs cold water. Depending on how much you're making, you need this amount of flour and this amount of water. Things have to be balanced, like a 1-to-1 ratio or 2-to-1 ratio. Even with resin, right? Because that's another thing that I do. Each resin has, or epoxy, whichever you want to call it, has a different ratio and different formula. Like the one I have is a 1-to-1 formula, so it's easy peasy. I just need 1% resin and the 1% hardener. It just equal. And if let's say I try to do 2% or like 2 cups of resin and like 1 cup of hardener, it's not going to work out because that's not the ratio for it. That's not the formula for it. Where that might work for another resin, that's not going to work for the resin I have because that's not what I have. It said 1-to-1. That's the formula it wants. Now if I put another another like cup of hardener, then it would be fine. Whereas before it wouldn't be fine because it wasn't equal. It needs to be equal. It needs to be balanced. Not one better like powers the other and stuff like that. Next we have water. So even in your emotions, you're shining a light on your emotions and trying to feel grounded and balanced on what's holding you back emotionally, or it could be those like caring what other people think and what they say about you. You need to release that and let it go and realize that some people, misery likes company. And do you want to be a company with misery? I don't. Negative energy or negative people, they feed off negative things, right? Like a leech, right? They need you in order to survive, pretty much. And it's real hard to get them off of you because they're surviving. They needed you, and you were there. And funny enough, they live in the water, but but they needed you and the nutrients that you have in your body. So of course it's gonna be hard to get them off you. But sometimes in the olden times, they was using them to bloodletting. I think it was to remove like certain diseases from your blood. But but then your body just reflux like reproduce more blood. But either way, you have to continue doing it every damn day because it's still in there. Okay, your body is just like it's out of your body for like this that day, but the next day you have to do it again and again and again because it's just a temporary like solution and relief where it's not like long term and long lasting. Like you need to go seek medical attention, like with that kind of thing. And if you have way too much leeches on you, at some point in time, they're gonna suck you and drain you dry. And you feel tired and fatigued. Then if your body don't have enough time to um replenish that blood that you just lost and stuff like that, it takes it a while to do it. And if you keep doing it every day, it's gonna slow it down because it's just like, okay, this is a new thing that we're doing, and just stop. Like it's at some point it just stops. So you need to seek medical help because that's just a temporary relief. That's not a full long term thing that can actually help you. Oh shit. We have in Sagittarius your highest ideals rule of get it out get it out to the world. And then we have like in your ninth house, and that's Sagittarius and stuff like that. I kind of like how we have the planet, and then we have like the sign that is ruled by that planet, and then we have like the double signs, and then the house, and then now we have the sign. It's kind of cool. But if you're talking to a person, they don't necessarily have to be these signs. That's another thing. Like these, like I'm a water sign, but then my rising is like a fire sign, so I might come off very different depending on who I'm talking to. And what's going on. At some point I might be a little bit emotional. Another point I might be a little bit fiery. But so it's just like it doesn't really matter what sign they are. Like everyone has their birth chart. There's certain things affect you differently. And if you have like a lot of fire in your chart, water is scary. You want to take a lot of fire, like a lot of a lot of fire, a lot of passion, a lot of action towards stuff and towards things. So like things that's like emotional probably scares you, so you tend to run. Or some people be like, yeah, and then like yeeting into emotional things with no problem. It's just you gotta find out what works for you, what doesn't work for you. But you can't just run from your feelings and just ignore them and pretend like they're not there, because they are there. And you have to take actions on them. And because the Sagittarius, their sign is where this is like a balance. There's like an arrow or archer, right? And it's like you bring things into balance. You realize what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Release it, what you need to get. Throw away the supplies that you there's no let's say like you have a whole bunch of pens and they're not writing. Why would you keep them? You throwing them away. Making room and space to go get more pens, and then you go do that, and you come back and you be able to write whatever the fuck you wanted to write. And you're taking actions on your goals, and moving forward and shining lights on what needs to be shined a light on, and not running away from your emotions. If you're scared, like acknowledge that. And it's not nothing wrong with being scared. A lot of people get scared over like a lot of different things. I feel like I was like I'm scared of, but then I feel like all my scares are like justified. So, and I'm not the only person scared of those things. So, and I'm not really scared of them when you think about it. Like I would deal with it if I have to deal with it, but I'd rather not. It's just, like a raccoon, right? I don't do raccoons. Okay, I do not. No. But they seem to like me. I don't know why. Okay, I don't know why, but I don't do raccoons. I don't. So I know that. And then, but if I become a vet tech or stuff like that, or like going into like the veterinary field, I'm gonna have to interact with, might have to interact with some raccoons and have to, overcome that fear. Like, I have no problem being around them when the door is closed or like a window is closed and I'm in the inside and they on the outside. I have no problem. They can do whatever they want to do. Okay? um, it's just like it is what it is. Oh, or possums. I saw a possum one time. I was inside the car. They was outside of the car. I was okay with it. I made sure they didn't get hit or anything. It's very open minded. Like, you deserve to live. I deserve to live too. We just live separately. So, next we have in the 12th house, which is Pisces. And Pisces all know the dreamers, it's a water sign and inspiration and stuff like that. Seeking oneness with all there is. Philosophy? Nope. Philosophy? Nope. Either way, I'm gonna show you the card, so it doesn't matter. Keep your involvement hidden. Philanthropy. There we go. Ha ha. Because I was just like, I know that's not philosophy. All right, and that's philanthropy. It's all about, care, like doing what's best for the others, like, and environmental cares, and not just caring about yourself and doing like me, 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 me. You're caring for your generation to come, and not just for your generation, like the benefits of everybody in the world. Like, you're focusing on how to help and grow everyone, not just yourself. So, with my example, if a stranger did the same thing that your friend doing, right? Let's say you have a kid. Would you want that friend that betrayed you to be around your kid? Now your kid gonna pick up that, is all right, it's fine to betray my friend because you allowed your friend to betray you and hurt you, but you curse out this stranger. So now they're gonna be out here cursing out strangers, but then keeping, fake friends around them because that's what you're doing, and they picking up on that. No, you realize that you don't want to share the. No, have your kid go through the same experience that you went through, or you don't want no one else to go through the same experience that you went through. So you telling your story, you know, making a difference and telling, no, fighting for a change, and you know, that's all I got. So I'm gonna go to the next card, right? And then we have in Taurus the resources to maintain the particulars of the resulting from the product of, right? So you release these people, remove these people from your life, your kids start to realize or pick up, you feel more grounded in yourself and your emotions and stuff like that, because you're releasing what no longer suits you, no longer is for you. You surrender those pressures or burdens and allowing good things to come into your life. And whew, like, everyone had like the New Year's resolution or whatever, right? And the reason why, like, some people like follow through with it, right? And be like, oh, at the end of this year, I thought da 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 da, right? But then some people, they start and then don't like continue because they don't keep up with it. They don't maintain it, pretty much. And it's like there's different signs or different seasons and stuff like that. Like, there's, even though there's like in each sign there's 3 zodiacs, right? Each zodiac have a different thing. Like, there's fixed, there's passive, and what? Hold on. There's passive, and then there's action, and then there's like passive receptive. Just like there's cardinals, and then there's fixed, and then there's mute. Like there's different things even in, those categories. Like I was just saying before with anime. Like we all in the same community, but then we want to know there's some people that just watch subs, and then there's some people that watch dubs. But then even in that community, there's like even a small community. There's some people that just watch romance animes, and they cool with that. Oh damn it, word escaped me. And then there's some people that just like watch, the fighting ones and stuff like that. And that's, everyone has their little kinks and quirks that they into, and that's fine. Just everyone has their own way of identifying themselves and being unique and shining. Like our sun. It's just one sun of many. It's a star. It's just we're just super close to it. It's many stars out there, but our sun is unique to us because we're closer to it, and we care about it, and it shines a light. Like there's some suns that's not as bright as our sun, and then there's some suns that's brighter than our sun, but then doesn't burn for a long period of time. You know? So you gotta find what works for you, and what works for you might not work for somebody else, and that's fine. Like I don't watch subs because I probably said it before, I'm dyslexic, and there's some headaches I can deal with, but that's not a headache I want to deal with. Like I cannot, and I will not want to be hearing a language and then reading a whole different language. Like no, I'm already struggling with English alone. Like I don't need both at the same time. I don't want it. Mm-mm. And then my brain at that point in time gonna be like, oh, this is a great time to learn the language. So now I'm sitting here trying to read and learn at the same time. Like no, I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to enjoy the show. So all that matters, okay? All that matters is that I watched that show, you watched that show, you felt the same way I felt about this situation and that situation. It doesn't matter how the frick I watched it, okay? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if I watched it in this language or that language. It doesn't freaking matter. It doesn't matter. The point doesn't get like misconstrued or anything. It doesn't matter. Like, and then there's some people be like, oh, I read the book and then I watched the show. It doesn't freaking matter. We enjoy the book. We enjoy the show. We enjoy what this person created. That's all that freaking mattered. Like, I don't care. I don't care. Okay? So you try to, like, I'm not the person to come at you. To come, like, oh, you watch dub? Yes, I do. And I don't care. Like, I just won't watch it around you. Now I know. Don't watch anime around you because you gonna be like, I watch it. I don't give a fuck, okay? I don't want to deal with that headache. You might be having no problem watching it in sub and reading it in a different language. And, perfectly fine. Great. No problem. No problem. Now, if I throw it at you like, oh, one of my godbrothers actually know the language, so he don't even have to watch it with subtitles. Now you feel hurt. Okay? So it's just like, leave me alone. Because, like, and how he learned it in school. So, okay, it worked out for him. And it might not work out for me, okay? I'm fine with just watching it and enjoying it. It doesn't matter. Even when he was watching it that way and I asked him, he would legit just tell me what it's about. Or, like, have the subtitles at the bottom and have the headphones in. Like, that's fine too. Some people that can watch it in sub and just don't listen to the audio, have the audio off and just read the subtitles, and that's fine. That's great. There's some people that have the audio playing and reading the subtitles. That's fine and that's great. It doesn't matter. There's some people that just don't need the damn subtitles because they're smart enough to know the damn language. Like, and that's fine, And there's some people that just simply like the English version, and that's cool too. We all just enjoy what this person created. It doesn't matter how we like it or how we got it. Doesn't matter. Then we have, you can't win if you don't try. Azriel from High School DxD talking about anime. Oh, didn't see the whole thing. Right, so it's like if you like, there's some people that's around you that trying to make it seem like you're weird for trying to like or be into certain things or trying certain things. Try it anyways. They might be scared to do it, so you be surprised the amount of things that you try and you learn or you like succeed in, and then like people that was trying to like down you or make fun of you come back later on and then ask you for help to or how you did this or like and stuff like that or how long you was doing and stuff like that, and then now wants to find answers and stuff like that. And you just have to do what's right for you and what feels right for you. And some people might not understand that or see your dream and get the dream that you're doing and that you want to you know fulfill or see. Like, for like example, my god brother, like, if you walk you see him watch an anime and there's no subtitles, you might look and be a little bit confused because it's a black man watching anime and no subtitles, and they're just like, what is it, what are they saying, do you know what they're saying? And it's just like that's surprising to some people. Oh, like my uncle, right? Um, he's Jamaican, but he understands and knows Spanish because he studied it, and like I think he even went there and stuff like that. So it was like a group of, I think it was two people, and he showed him that day like, you're not gonna sit here and talk about my family because you think we don't understand, because I definitely understand you. And they were surprised and apologized and stuff like that. So there's certain gifts and qualities that you have that people may not understand or know that you have, and it makes you you, and it makes you unique, and some people might try to copy you or try to make you suppress it or like not show it to everybody. And like not Anna, damn it, what was her name? Elsa, there we go. Let the conceal don't feel. But at some point in time, if she was gonna be freaking queen, it would have been real smart to teach her how to handle it, right? So she wouldn't freak out when when she around people, rather than just simply be like locking her away somewhere, actually teaching her how to deal with her emotions and what's happening with her. And then we have my tone in my head and versus how everyone perceived the tone to be. Right? You might be doing what's best for you, and then some people might take that as, as an insult and stuff like that. That just let you know that those people have some problems that they need to work through, and that's just like you have some problems that you're working through. And just wish them well. Hope that they work through it. That could be an answer that you receive, and that could be looking for, like, who's for you, who's not for you. If you're trying to do what's best for you and grow and be prosperous and be happy in life, and then there's some people that's trying to keep you stuck and stagnant, be like, oh, you changed, you're not the same person that you were. Like, that's the whole point of life. You're supposed to change and you're supposed to grow. A butterfly, like a caterpillar, doesn't stay a caterpillar all his life. It changes to a butterfly. It's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to grow, change, morph, transform, into a better person. It says, love yourself deeply. That's how you heal. Pretty, like I just said. You caring and loving for yourself, some people might feel and take that as an insult or for some type of reason and feel hurt by it. Because, like, maybe, now you're realizing that, where you going, they can't really come with you because they have some problems that they need to work through, and they're not working through those problems. You have to keep looking over your shoulder. They trying to sneak diss you, slow your growth or slow your process. And you're not on that anymore. Like, you're not trying to do that anymore. And You focusing on you and doing what's best for you and what makes you happy. Next, we also have the Five of Swords. And that's all about like picking and choosing your battles wisely. Like, now you've been with somebody about a battle before, right? You might not win all your battles, right? But you might win the war. Well, this person, right? The story about kind of sort of the story behind this one is, well, one of them is like this person didn't actually fight. He waited till the battle was over and then came, took the sword of like dead soldiers and then trying to pass it off like as like he did it himself. And that's self sabotaging because you didn't freaking fight. You was a coward, and we like it's gonna be written down in history that like you weren't there, you weren't present. So it'd be very weird if you magically have these swords and saying all these stories. You see through the like you see the truth. You get the answer that this person's not telling the truth. This like the sun is illuminating on the fact like they're not truthful. You have to like watch out, look by. You see like these two people walking away and like looking behind and like looking over their shoulders. You have to like watch this person, like and you're shining a light on that and realize that you don't want to do that anymore. Like it's better to just pick and choose your battles wisely. Like if you know you're about to lose an argument, what's the point of arguing with the person? If you know you're gonna lose that fight or lose that battle, what is the point of starting with that person? Just leave that person alone. That's not you being scary or you being like afraid. That's just simply you having common sense to know that there's certain things that you can and can't do, and you staying in those lines. Like if it comes down to it, one of those can'ts, then one of the things that you can't do, that you have to must up, try to actually do it and fight it. You had no problem to, like with Bubbles. She had no problems becoming hardcore. You had no problem doing that too. So it's just like, but if you don't have to, you don't really want to, kind of thing. And next we have, oh shit, the Hermit. Like I was talking about with the Virgo card. Right? You going like he even like he's on the mountain. The mountain's supposed to represent like obstacle. Oh, I can't see. The mountain's supposed to represent obstacles and stuff like that. And then he has the garment is supposed to represent like meditating, like you going inside yourself and meditating on what's working for you, what's best for you, trying to ground yourself and the like and finding the answers that need to be found and knowing that you have all the answers within you and within inside you. If something doesn't feel right, you know that something isn't right. Why? Because you told yourself that something isn't right here. Shine a light on what's not being right. Remove yourself from the situation. Try to look at it from a different point of view to see that things are not equal, not being balanced. Like you can't try to like curse out a stranger because the stranger betrayed you, and not even betrayed you, like this stranger disrespect you, but your friends or like family members doing the same thing, but you keeping them around because they're family and they're friends. Like no, they still disrespected you and treated you as shuts. Like to simply set up some boundaries and removing yourself from them and like be like and not letting them in and like saying letting them like know certain things and stuff like that, because then they be able to sabotage it or take credit for it after like the whole thing is said and done. It was like, oh well, or it could be like, oh well, like I told this person they should do it, and it's like no. Whereas if you could have the answer the whole time inside you and you didn't like take action on it or do anything about it, and then like you know got confirmation from somebody else, or like let's say like it was like a bakery kind of thing, like and you trying out certain flavors and stuff like that, and once you do all that, you have your business open. Now this person's coming like, yeah, I gave them the idea. I told them to do this and da 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 da. Like, when the only thing they actually did was freaking taste a cupcake, like, and say what should be on the menu. Like, they trying to make it seem like they did all of this with you when it was just like, no, it was you. You know, you're releasing those people that are trying to sabotage your growth and make you out to be something that you're not, and removing like things that no longer suit you and fit you. Next we have the King of Wands. But there's now the angel cards came out. I'm gonna be honest, so I'm gonna have more space. I'm gonna need more space. Sorry, hit the light again. Okay. Then we have giving answers to those in doubt. Again, like the answers that you need are coming. You might just have to walk away realizing that sometimes you have to pick and choose your battles. If somebody want to sit there and argue with you even though they're wrong, just don't waste your time and energy and breath arguing with the person, because at that point in time it's like they're wrong and they don't like either they don't care that they're wrong or they'll see that they're wrong. It don't make sense to argue with the person like that. You just let them go. Release them. It makes no sense. You're just wasting time that you can be using on something else to be more productive and useful. Then we have the Magician. Spiritual wisdom and magic helps one gain wisdom and discover hidden secrets. Like I was just saying, like those people that can you see the card? Like those people that, you know, it was one person that I used to like was friends with that will legit argue his point as if he was right, right? And even like if you tell him like even say it in the mid argument like you're wrong, he will legit say like, "Oh, I know I'm wrong." Then be like, "Then like what? If you know that you're wrong, why are you like trying to like argue your point as if you're right?" Like that makes no sense. It's like they want attention, and some people don't realize that there's a difference between good attention and bad attention, and bad attention is negative. Like it's just negative and draining and tiring. Like it's a waste of time sitting here arguing with somebody that knows that they're wrong and still trying to like fight and persuade you as if they're right. Like no, for one, because I know that you're wrong, which is why I'm telling you that you're wrong. You should change, you know, your thought process so you don't say anything wrong. Like you don't say it again. Like you're trying to help them learn something. While they just sitting here want to be right and win that battle of being right. And it's like you're not gonna win this argument. You're not gonna win this battle because you're freaking wrong. Like, like you're wrong. What you said was wrong. Statement made no sense. So there's no way you're gonna win this battle, especially if you know that you're wrong. You're not gonna win the argument because you're wrong. And then you just walk away from those people and realize that there's some people that just like to argue, and even when they're wrong, they still gonna argue and they still gonna fight, and that's just draining and tired and a waste of time. And then we have Ace of Wands, fertility and multiplicity, protect against despair, help one be patient. I didn't say what the cards normally mean. So the King of Wands, he normally is somebody like take action, very like attractive, courageous, confident, and you know, charming and stuff like that. And the Magician, you know, can pull a lot of tricks. So don't let somebody sit here and blow smoke up your ass and you know try to come tell you that they want a new like beginning or start anything with somebody that's you know been stabbing you in your back for the rest of your life. Or not in the rest of your life, that stabbed you in your back like since you know them, and then now when I be like, oh, I have this idea that we should do, it's gonna be great. You know, you start that idea or you start that project. You're the one that's gonna be pulling all the like putting all the work in and pulling all the strings, when they're just, sitting here benefiting off of all the work that you're putting in, and it's draining you, feeling like you getting tired and stuff like that. Whereas you cut that out, release them, walk away from them, give yourself that type of love and care and support that you was giving into them. You start to feel more positive and light and happy, and have more energy to actually do the things that you want to do that makes you happy, and make you feel light and peaceful. Like, you don't feel so stuck and strained and clingy, on like somebody clinging on to you, watching your whole every movement. So, like, you're you're free. You don't have to look over your shoulder thinking somebody's gonna betray you or stab you in your back, or sneak dissing you. Like, you don't have to worry about somebody trying to, throw shade where shade don't need to be thrown, cause the sun gonna shine a light on it. Like, now we have the Ten of Wands, spiritual communication, influence, religious, teachers, and men of law. Right, so we're going to 1 to 10. So it's like, you're not, this person might come in, want to start something with you and get like, put all their burdens onto you to make you deal with it. But you're not here to fix or deal with anybody problems. You're not here to fix people. Okay? You're not here to fix people. You are not here to fix people. You are not here to be a people pleaser. That's not your purpose. Even like doctors, they cannot fix and heal everybody. Okay? They can't. They can't. There's gonna be percentages, and like sometimes, they have a high percentage, and like a lot of people, they can like heal a lot of people, and that's great, and that's fine. And then there's some people that needs a little bit more practice and a little bit more work. That's fine, and that's cool too. But there's some people that you just simply just can't save, and if they're too far along gone, it's nothing you can do, like. And then their body, like, even if it's not just on the doctor by itself, like, even after surgery, like, there's certain things you still need to do, like, you're like, what not even a blood transfusion, like an organ transfusion, right? That's not your organ, okay? The doctor took out, or the surgeon took out your bad organ and then put in the one that another organ that need to be replaced, and it's like, yes, it's the same blood type and stuff like that as you, but your body will, like, as there's medications you have to take as well, so your body don't reject it and be like, try to kick it off, because if it does that, it's gonna die. Okay, it's gonna kill it. So you have to take those medications. Your body has to actually accept this organ as you, and you have to make it fit for you and stuff like that. Start to produce what needs to be produced that your other organ wasn't doing. So if this person is sitting here trying to come in and just give you all their burdens and make it seem like you have to fix it, no, that's not your job. Especially because if you didn't make those choices for them, that's not your job to fix them. They made those choices. They made those burdens. They have to fix it, not you. You're not here to fix people's lives, make it better, no nothing. You're simply here to learn what you love, to learn about love, and to give and receive love. Then we have the Three of Cups, which is all about like celebration. But here we have fame and renounce, influence, voyages, and great discovery. And like I said before, the Three of Cups is all supposed to be like celebration and like happy and being peaceful. Like, if you around people or around like this, like a group of people, this person, and you can't Be vulnerable, share your feelings, and be happy and celebrate with these people, then what's the point of you being around them? You know, because the King of Wands, from time to time is very superficial and very, tell you a lot of sweet nothings like, oh, I love you. But then his actions is not love, okay? Like, it's given very much, if this is your definition of love, I don't want it. If this is your definition of friendship, I do not want it. You know? And then they might feel like bad or hurt and then like make it feel like, you're coming off like very insulting or petty, but it's just like you doing what's best for you. You giving your like you staying up for you. You giving you the love that they're not giving you, which is better than the love that they're giving. Like if they really love you, you wouldn't feel like a burden. Love doesn't feel like a burden. It doesn't feel stifling where you like you're with them and you still feel alone because you can't be yourself and stuff like that. That's not love. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Educate, intelligent lucidity, providing consolation and contention, consolation and compensation, whatever, compensation. There we go. So, the Queen of Pentacles, she normally like wifey material. She's financially independent, financially stable, so nurturing, can take care of herself, take care of a child. Um, can console herself, counsel herself, and then console others, and can provide for herself and can provide for others. Like I just said, like you're not trying to be around people that just want to be around you just for money or clout or what you can bring to the table. You want whatever you're bringing to the table, they bringing the same thing to the table, or they bringing something better. They bringing like if you bring in French fries, they bring in ketchup, salt, pepper, something. Something to go with your fries. Like y'all on the same page, y'all. They're not like you bringing fries. They out here bringing a lot of things go with fries. Or they just come empty handed. Like, no. Like, not even with plates, bro. You're not even gonna bring plates. Like, or you come with, how about to say, you come with, like, spaghetti or, like, elbows and stuff like that. They're coming with something to go with it. Like, it complements each other. Not, you have to bring everything and, like, provide everything and provide the whole table, provide napkins, fork, salt, pepper, ketchup, all that. Like, no. I mean, you can, but that doesn't mean that you want to all the time. And then we have the Eight of Cups. Like I said, that like you can, but that doesn't mean that you want to all the time. Because the Eight of Cups is like you walking away from 8 broken cups, something that no longer suits you, to go find your Nine of Cups, your Ten of Cups, your emotional fulfillment, your happiness. We have transformations, giving console in adversity. So, and then the Queen of Pentacles, she don't really need anybody for anything, because like I said, she could do it all herself. Like you, and then she has the King of Pentacles, right? And then they still have the same family value. Like I was saying before, they bring the same things to the table. They complement each other. Where she might fall short, he picks up and like he can help and stuff like that. They like y'all both want the same thing. Y'all both want this to work. Y'all both want this to grow, and that's what you moving on to go find, because you realize that where you are, these people coming as like they need you, and you don't want to be needed. Okay, it's a lot of pressure to be needed, right? Especially if you aren't even being appreciated and they need you. That's kind of loaded. That's like you need me. You feel like things won't get better. Like I need, like you want me to fix it because I need to fix it, even though you made these choices. No. So if I walk away, this won't get fixed until you choose to make it get it fixed. You can sit here and blame me all you want, but I never made those choices. You made those choices, so you need to fix them, right? You don't need me to fix them. You need to fix them yourself, right? And because once you need somebody, that's like codependency. Oh, and then which is another form of devil energy, but and addictive and stuff like that, being attached to something, or obsessive, and being attached to something that and restricting yourself and being stuck to something that you don't need to. You need to walk away from that and free yourself. And then we have the Queen of Cups, redemption, serving against enemies of religion, govern chastity. So the Queen of Cups, she can give and receive love with no problem, right? And you walking away from those people that trying to keep you stuck and like make like leech off of you, make you do everything, provide the whole table, and then have you make dinner and stuff like that. Those people that's treating you like Cinderella, like you're not. No, you have your own things that you want to work on, the own things that you want to do, and they probably just keeping you around or trying to make you stay stuck because of the love that you're giving. Like they never received the love like that from anybody else before. So meanwhile, they're not giving you any type of love. So the love that you're giving them, if you start giving that to yourself, they will try to come in and be like, oh, but I love you. I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't talked to you in a while. And it's just like, that's for a reason. Like, you just want me around for the things that I can give you, but you're not putting and giving anything into me. And that's what the sun is shining a light on. Like, things are not equal. Things are not balanced. You cannot build, like, if you try to build on, like, sand or anything, like, once the water comes, like, it washes away pretty much. I mean, depending on, like, if you make a moat and stuff like that. But, at some point in time, like, it falls apart. Like, you need a good foundation in order to, like, actually build a house on. If there's not a good foundation, it's a little bit rocky, Like, the three, that I was talking about, like, before with the just, things being just right. The Goldilocks popped in my head. But three freaking pigs, okay? Like, one made his house out of straw, right? And the wolf came, blew that sucker down with no problem, right? Well, the other, like the last one, made it out of bricks. It was real hard to blow that sucker down, right? Hmm? 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 So now, let's flip the story a little bit, right? The pig that made his house out of bricks. Let's say the other two pigs were sitting here, Kiki, you was foolish making your house out of bricks. No, I'm gonna make it out of straw. I'm gonna make mine's out of, I forgot the other one, but he made it out of, but it was stupid, okay? Because it was blown away easily. It wasn't on a good, firm foundation, right? Like his. So he was nice enough to open his doors and stuff like that. But if he didn't want to open it, he didn't have to open it. Like, if the wolf would have ate him, the wolf would have ate him. Like, it's pick and choose your battles. Like, it wasn't smart to pick straw because now they'll get blown away easily. Do you want a house out of straw? No. Do you want your house out of I don't remember what the other one was out of. I'm gonna be honest. But it was something that was easily blown away. No, you want your house made out of something strong and stable that can't be easily blown away. Or like broken down or anything. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, advancement and progress, teaching, guiding, and the record event of the Book of Life. Right, and the Wheel of Fortune is all supposed to be like choice and destiny and stuff like that. You're not letting anybody choose your destiny or choose the life that you want to live. You making those choices. And then there's more tarot cards. This was pretty much like the reading, like the pre-reading, I guess you can say. And this is like the actual reading. But all the questions I guess this would be like question one if it was the case. But either way, I'm gonna reiterate the questions because I know there was a lot. Um, and then I'll pretty much will be finished. But again, a card to describe what Capricorn season. What a card to describe Capricorn season for you? How will this season change you? You know, releasing the things that no longer serves you, walking away from it, realizing that they're broken. What should you work towards this season? Like I just said. What can you do to feel more grounded? Realize what's for you, what's not for you, who's there for you, who's not there for you, who's trying to keep you stuck and stagnant and like be clingy and stuff like that. The clingy people, if you're not really like I said, I'm a water sign, but I also got that fire. Like clingy is ugh, like no, I need space. Like get away. Like move. Like give me some time to miss you. Like but like, you know, so it doesn't matter what sign they are, you know. And it was how can you find your true purpose this season ahead? Right? Got four cards here, so let's see. We have the Emperor. You know, what I was trying to say before, like realizing those people that's trying to control you and take control of your power, and understanding that if you make or if you let other people make those choices, funny enough, Emperor is an Aries card. If you make those or let people make choices for you, your life will be nothing but burdens because you're living a life that you don't want to live. You're like, and then you following somebody that probably doesn't even know what they want to do with their damn selves, and you know, just misery following company, like misery likes company, right? And if they don't know what they want to do with their life, right, and they're trying to tell you to follow their footsteps and all this other stuff, and they're also lost. It's the blind leading the blind, okay? Like now it's two blind mice. Oh, why everything's keep coming in threes? The three bears, the three blind mice, the three pigs and the wolf. You know, it's just I guess somebody like it's trying to say like somebody have to realize that no one knows where they're going and everyone has their own instructions and their own goals and things that makes them happy and makes them feel grounded and secure and their own answers and their own process and path in life. And just like they have theirs, you have your own. And don't let somebody try and tell you how fast you should go on your path or how fast you or what you need to do and stuff like that because they don't know what you want to do and what your future goals and stuff like that. They don't know your dreams and your aspirations. And we have the Ace of Cups. Talk about dreams and aspirations. It's the Ace of Cups is all, it's a solid new beginning in love, but it's more than just love. It's like it could be a creative project. Your intuition, your spirituality is also in this cup. And funny enough, I have like three roses, and then we have the Three of Cups. With someone that you can celebrate and be happy with and be vulnerable and be open with and share your feelings rather than having to keep them all locked up and bondled up and because then it just comes toxic and like stale and stagnant and nasty and you just be miserable and don't want to be there anymore and that's when it becomes a burden. Then we had the Ten of Swords, which is like a brutal ending, overkill from time to time. It could be like heartbreak, stab, or like being stabbed in the back, being kicked while you down. And again, we have an Ace and a 10, so it's like you start something, and it's giving you nothing but burdens, and it ended brutally, or like overkill. Like this you try to start something with this person or like you allow this person help this person and now they want you to do everything. Oh, you know what just popped in my head? The episode of SpongeBob, right? When Squidward was like, I'm mad at here. I quit, right? And then he had to go eat his own arts, right? And then SpongeBob took him in. SpongeBob legit had to make him food, be the TV repairman, then be a whole actress, and create a whole show to entertain this man. It was just like, he was trying to do something nice and genuine out the kindness of his heart, and he took it for advantage. And if SpongeBob had simply realized that Squidward never really liked him, then it's just like, maybe, not leave him out in the streets, but it's just like, I would have kicked him out too. Like at some point in time, didn't like I think SpongeBob dragged him back to the Krusty Krab and like either yelled at Mr. Krab to give Squidward back his job, and like yelled at Squidward to be like, bro, like this is not the time to try to be all big and bold and like make it seem like you have clout or any power, because you don't. You living in my house, okay? Sleeping in my bed, ain't paying me no bills, had me out here dressed like a maid for no reason, okay? Even Gary picked up on it, bro. Like, he pissed off a snail. So it's just like, like it's certain, like, you realize that you don't want to have, like, that, like, those qualities to rub off on you, like your kids or people that's around you, because you don't like it, you don't want to deal with it, you want it out your house, so let it get out your house. Like, you're putting it to an end. You're all those burdens, you're releasing it and putting it, like, and walking away from it, because you realize you don't need to deal with it. It's not your problem. It's not, SpongeBob didn't make Squidward quit his job or fire his job, like, none of that. Like, he did that on his own, but he tried to help him and be like, SpongeBob realized, like, look, this is a battle I thought I was able to fight. Come to find out, I'm not. Okay, take him back. Take him back, like, And then we have the Knight of Wands, which is all about like brave, impulsive action, and they can be a little bit flighty in and out, because it takes a lot to be brave. You have to like face your fears and stuff like that, and understand that you're scared, but you're not allowing that to slow you down or stop you. And funny enough, like, I don't know if y'all can see it, but it was like the from this deck, it was the King of Wands, and I kept that here, but I didn't know the King of Wands was gonna come out again. But underneath the King of Wands is the Two of Pentacles, just like going back and forth and trying to multitask for something that, now seeing that you might not need to be out here multitasking with. Like, just let something go, drop it, release it, let it go. Especially if it's kicking you when you down and it feels you like nothing but a burden. Release that burden. Don't let it continue to drain you and kill you and make you feel tired and fatigued. And find new things that sparks your excitement, makes you feel alive again. That it gives, like, complements what you're bringing to the table, or even equals what you bring to the table. If y'all both bring fries, like, at least they brought something where somebody's not, just not coming empty-handed. But that's all that I'm saying for you for this reading. If you feel like this reading resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Oh, also, this is a general reading and may or may not resonate with you. And if I said anything in this reading that, triggered you in any way, shape, or form, sit with that truth. A trigger is a truth that we wasn't ready to deal with. I wasn't trying to trigger you on purpose, so I apologize. But either way, sit with that truth, realize and acknowledge those feelings and those, why are you triggered, and make an action or a plan to deal with that situation or that problem. Because the Magician here with the King of Wands, it could definitely be like smoke and mirrors, a trickster, somebody that's telling you like sweet nothing and trying to like control the situation and manipulate it. And once you turn your back towards it and realize that you're better than the situation and see through their manipulated tactics, they leave you alone pretty much. But other than that, that's all I'm seeing for you, all that I have to say. See you next time. Bye. Well, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. just as much as you love others. If you're having a hard time loving others, still love yourself. um, but bye.